2024 has been absolutely filled with crazy events. We've had the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, the biggest hip-hop beef of our generation, the Olympics having literal anime characters, the NBA Avengers, and Huge Johnson's blocking pole vault, the uniting of PC, Xbox, and PlayStation during the Helldivers era, the Microsoft global outage, the monkeypox scare, Akira Toriyama's passing, and still all before GTA 6, by the way. Above all, though, there's been one constant theme, however, throughout the entirety of the year: predators and now predator catchers. So same area of interest, really. I mean, it feels like every month we have a new one. There's literally memes about calendars trying to predict who the next predator of the month is gonna be. And side note, I am fully crashing out if one of my childhood YouTubers ends up getting exposed. I'm sure they won't though. Vanoss, Corey Kenshin, Stampy, Dan TDM, I have full faith in y'all. And very recently we've had the rabbit hole of Smart Schoolboy 9, which is hands down the scariest predator of the year. We'll talk more about him later though. And we cannot forget the predator hunters that are literally like an army of Arkham Batmans, just physically and mentally tormenting every predator they see. Now for starters, 2024 started out like any other year, but almost right away we got our first taste of what was to come for the rest of the year. Now the first pred of popularity we'll call Einstein because 1, YouTube doesn't like his real name, and 2, Einstein looks pretty similar to the actual name. Now Einstein had his unsealed documents released, which took the internet by storm, and it was the trending topic of the entire month. Now side note, keep this formula in mind because it applies to every month. Well-known person plus predatorial evidence equals trending internet topic of the day, month/week. It is very simple math for the average internet consumer and or brain rot victim. After that happened in January, the following month a kick streamer named Riot LOL got exposed for manipulating, exploiting, and lying to female Minecrafters, trying to get them to reveal themselves. And once they did reveal themselves, he would then sell those pictures online. I mean, bro's Snapchat roster could literally be in elementary school and he still isn't locked up. Absolutely disgusting guy, but thankfully this went viral and got exposure from something about chickens banger of a video. Couple of weeks passed by, and just when you thought the pot was starting to cool down a bit, we were barely heating up, bro. T. Nichols. You might have seen this guy do those reacting to viewers' alarms or intros, etc. His presence was definitely stronger on the short form content / streaming side, but his DMs with a Minecrafter got exposed, and let's just say things got very freaky. Now I remember scrolling through TikTok that day, and I guess my side of the For You page messed with him a lot because they were in shambles about that man. He did get his own unique nickname from this situation though: T. Tickles Minecrafters. Now at this point in the year, people were really starting to notice a pattern with people getting exposed as predators, but it was definitely done at this point though, right? You know, honestly, I've been saying the word predators so much that it makes me remember that I used to associate the word with the actual sci-fi predators from the movie. That connection is completely gone now. Wait, there's a sports team called the Predators? Now we head to April, and this is when 2024 really started to ramp up with the spawn rate of these guys. Sean John Combs, or P. Diddy. You know, I find it so funny that Diddy gave us a whole new set of vocabulary with his artist name. Like, he is a very freaky and bad and disgusting guy, but now we have phrases like diddler, Diddy party, diddling, no Diddy, and now every pred who gets exposed is immediately bombarded with Diddy slang, which overall just adds to the point that 2024 is the year of the predators, you know? We literally got new terminology around the subject. Anyways, he got exposed for misconduct, abuse, assault, trafficking, you name it. I mean, they literally made a documentary. We all know the name, The Downfall of Diddy. There was awful and disturbing footage leaked about this guy, and he made an apology taking full responsibility 8 years after it happened, and only once the footage got leaked, mind you. Josh from the future here. So as I'm editing this, apparently Diddy got arrested while sunbathing. The feds denied him a $50 million bail because they believe he is that much of a threat to the community. And they also raided his home in Miami and found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. And apparently they were used for his freak-off parties. I actually can't make this up. Dude is freakier than Freak Bob. Needless to say, this dude is now an internet staple and was honestly just a bad omen for what was to come for the remainder of the year. The certified lover boy. Now honestly, Drake goes toe-to-toe with Diddy in terms of how popular his exposure got. Unless you live on Sentinel Island, then you know of the Kendrick versus Drake beef, which resulted in an absolute dumpster load of allegations against Aubrey Graham himself. One of the most popular allegations, of course, being that he and some of his team are certified pedophiles. I would just like to add that this dude Drake now has clubs and parties singing bar for bar about how he's a predator. And I just think that's insane. And you couldn't go 5 minutes on social media without seeing a post about this topic. At this point in the year, people really started seeing the pattern and were just astonished by the amount of exposing that was actually happening. But it's human nature, I guess, to be entertained by someone's downfall because it'll always be the #1 trending topic. Drake also added himself to the Predator slang list with Diddy. To this day, you'll see people commenting both of their names on Predator-related posts on social media. Anyways, fast forward to June and we got ourselves a new Predator of the month, Dr. Disrespect. Man, they actually went on a Michael Jordan 3-peat with these big Predator predators and the name starting with D. Diddy, Drake, Dr. Disrespect. Dudes are making a roster like they're the Avengers, or better yet, the Offenders. You know, at this point, I feel like their Thanos would just be Chris Hansen himself. Anyways, Dr. Diddy here got exposed and eventually confirmed himself in a long and poorly written tweet for sending private messages to a Minecrafter that leaned way too much in the direction of being inappropriate. Let's not forget that this man was 34 or 35 with a wife and kids. I think I like children. Now, this happened years ago, technically, and honestly, he probably thought it was all done and buried, but it's the internet, and you're one of the biggest streamers of all time. It was bound to come back up eventually, Dr. Diddy. As I'm recording this, he's doing his first stream back, so it looks like from his first stream back, he's claiming he actually didn't do anything illegal per se, hinting that whoever he was talking to was within the legal age of consent in their state, which still only boils it down to 16 or 17. You are still 35, brother. Even if you avoided breaking the law, it is still extremely disturbing to do all of that, man. As expected, though, this became the trending topic around the time, with millions upon millions of views going to the posts that covered all the updates with this situation. At this point in time was also when the internet was locked in on the idea that 2024 was just gonna be the year of the Predators, since more were spawning without fail month after month. Everyone just knew there would be more soon. But it's also when people started to literally fight back. Around this time is when Predator catchers started going viral again, but not for the same reasons that Chris Hansen or EDP catchers did. No, it's because current age Predator catchers like Skeeter Gene and Vitaly and other various creators on social media took matters into their own hands and went full Batman mode. Talk! I mean, they're physically and mentally tormenting all the Preds that they actually find. There was a super viral clip where a guy used a shopping cart against a Predator. Why'd you want me to which is honestly my favorite clip. And then you have people like Vitaly who go for this super mental humiliation, and Skeeter Gene doing fake Lambo giveaways to get their hopes up, only to humiliate and expose them at the end of the video after getting their hopes up, which is downright diabolical, but also absolute cinema, honestly. Hey, how's it going, man? I'm just here to have a quick little talk with you. Just gonna ask you a couple of questions real quick, all right? Don't try to leave. We have police outside. All right, don't panic, all right? This is not gonna be aggressive at all right? Trust me. You have no reason to panic. No. Wait. So Predator spawned in, Predator catchers fought back. It should be wrapping up right about now, right? There's 3 more to this story, and the last Pred is actually the person you'd see in a nightmare. Now, the Cody Ko situation I feel like isn't talked about as much, but he allegedly physically engaged in the deed with Tana Mojo when she was 17 and he was 25. And I've seen people say, it's not even that bad. Brother, do you know the difference between someone who is either leaving or potentially still in high school versus someone who would actually be 3 to 4 years past college graduation? It's a big difference. So anyways, Cody Ko actually stepped down from his podcast during the peak of these allegations. Since then, it's been going quieter and quieter in terms of exposure, with no real addressing of the situation on his actual YouTube channel. At this point in time, the internet really started going ballistic with all these memes about predators and predator catchers, with again calendars tracking each predator of the month, guessing who's next. I don't think anyone could have predicted that the next predator would have come from the Mr. Beast team though, because Ava Chris Tyson was next in line on the calendar, and oh boy did the internet get set on fire. Basically, they allegedly exchanged very inappropriate messages with a 14-year-old when Ava was in their 20s already. Ava also ended up getting exposed for commissioning art from Shadman, who's a pretty foul, well-known artist for creating explicit art of underage Minecrafters. And the commissioned art could even be seen in an old Mr. Beast video, but that scene is just now entirely deleted and edited out. And even though Lava GS, who is the alleged victim of the case, tried coming out to defend Ava, Ava ended up leaving social media and the Mr. Beast team during the height of his situation, which obviously does not look good at all. Now that the internet had seen time and time this year that this pattern was just not gonna stop, the only question to ask was who was next. And as of now, the answer to that question points to an individual who, unlike the other predators, wasn't very known before his situation came to light. Now, Smart Schoolboy 9 is currently a rapidly growing username on social media, and off the bat, he is easily the scariest looking of the group in this video. I mean, this is some shit you would see in a 2010s creepypasta, but he's actually real. Now, Nick Crowley made an amazing video essay on him, but I'm warning you, it gets disturbing fast if you decide to watch it. I mean, I'd rather go to the Diddy party than be in the same hallway as this thing. Like his name might suggest, he's a grown man who does very disturbing voice impressions while pretending to be a young schoolboy. The editing and overall vibe of his videos are just very unsettling, and to make it even worse, he has several other accounts pretending to be other children, where he used the same type of super disturbing AI edits and inappropriate posing while still pretending to be a kid. But again, it gets even worse because some of his content appears to be filmed at actual public schools, and there's a video of the guy allegedly chasing a kid while in his high heels. Someone come get the predator catchers from the US on this guy, man. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and tier list these predators, so plugging these guys into the tier list, I'm gonna have to give them all an F tier. So yeah, 2024, ladies and gentlemen. Who knew that we'd get a year full of Predators and Predator catchers before GTA 6? Hope you enjoyed the video. Other than that, have a good day. Now like and subscribe or else this guy will be at the foot of your bed at 2 a.m.